there from Figure Unboxing, and in this video we're going to take a look at the S.H.Figuarts Hawkeye from the Avengers Age of Ultron. And I feel like this one is a little bit late to the party as well, same with Black Widow, but it still looks pretty good regardless. I didn't like the Black Widow that much, so hopefully I'm gonna like this one. And here's the left of the box, here is the right of the box, and here's the back of the box. And that's not wasting any more time, and bust this thing open. Alright, so here we have the figures still in there in the packaging, and like I mentioned earlier, I feel like they gave us the figure too late. I don't even remember when was the last time I saw Age of Ultron. I think I was still in college or something. That was pretty long ago. I don't know, and looking at the accessories, it looks very disappointing as well. I feel like this could have been a regular release and it would do fine. I mean, Ant-Man dropped all the way down to like $25, right? So I don't know. Let's check out the figure itself. Hopefully the articulation is good. So here we have the figure itself, and I gotta say this one is probably my favorite out of the whole S.H.Figuarts Avengers line from Age of Ultron. But to be fair, he is using all the latest technology from Bandai, or at least I hope he is. So it's kind of expected that he should be somewhat good or decent, right? But before we get into the figure, I want to talk a little bit about what I think about the previous figures, and so we can get some discussion going. All right, so for Mark 45. I think that one is pretty decent. I mean, Iron Man is Iron Man. I really like the design on 45, so I liked it. On the other hand, Ultron was just really horrible. I sold my Ultron right after I finished my review. The size wasn't there, the articulation wasn't there, and the sculpt and overall paint job is just really bad. It doesn't look premium, like for a Tamashii Web exclusive. Like, people actually prefer the Real Tech one over the S.H.Figuarts. And same goes for Black Widow. Like, despite using a 3D printing technology on Black Widow, I still think the face looks a little bit too sharp. I think Scarlett Johansson should, not chubby, but I think her face should be a little bit more round. But that's very objective. But I didn't like the articulation as well. Like, the shoulder was really hindering. As for Captain America, I actually like the Age of Ultron look better than the the Civil War one. But the Civil War one has a face sculpt. So I don't know. Those are very hard to like compare with. And for Thor, the face was just atrocious. It looks nothing like the promo. I'm not sure if I can find it right now, but you guys know exactly what I'm talking about. It just doesn't look good. Hopefully they can remake another Thor with the 3D printing technology. We really need another Thor. And as for Hulk, arguably the Figma one is better in terms of looks. Well, the Figma one looks a lot better, but I just don't like the fragile joint from Figma. So I still prefer S.H.Figuarts Hulk because of the durability. Did I miss anyone? I think that's about it. Let's jump straight into Hawkeye. Alright, so let's just take a closer look at Hawkeye. I think the face sculpt is probably the most important thing, so let's just take a look at it. I think it looks really good for the most part, but it still looks kind of weird if you're staring it straight. But if you're looking at it from left and right, it looks very good. At first I thought it looks kind of weird, but the more I look at it, it has kind of grown on me. It looks very good. And for the paint and sculpt, I think it looks good. I do have some paint issues like here and there, but nothing is deal breaking, and there's nothing we can do about it except for if you want to choose your figures in a store or something. And you can take off the quiver and everything looks really nice. And let's jump straight into the articulation. Alright, so for the articulation, let's quickly go over it from the neck down. He can look up about this much and he can look down about this much, and you can turn his head around. The range of motion is very nice. And the shoulder is just on a really big ball joint. You don't have any butterfly or pull out joints, but it feels very smooth. This is probably one of the smoother one I have like experienced, because usually if you do this on S.H.Figuarts, like it kind of like chip the paint over here, but it doesn't feel that way for this one. And you can curl about this much. The range is not the best, but it's okay. And you can kind of like swivel around here. Well, not kind of, you can swivel around here, so yeah, that's good. And you do have the ball wrist. And the ab crunch, you can bend forward this much, and you can bend backward about this much. And this is kind of on the softer material. Like, the more I play with it, the more I feel it's kind of like soft. But yeah, like the skirt piece is soft as well. And I don't think he has any pull down joints or anything, but he can move his leg up about this much, and he can bend about this much. And I think the ankle here is just on a ball joint, so the range is very limited. So this is a little bit disappointing, and you do have the toe hinge. And yeah, I think that's it for the articulation, and let's check out the accessories. He doesn't come with a lot. Alright, so for the accessories, he came with a right hand that's holding the bowl already. A lot of people complain about this, and I kind of have a mixed feeling about this. I know it takes away some fun if you just, can't remove the bowl, but, you don't have to deal with all the hassle of this being loose or something. So I'm pretty sure they had the reasons of doing this, and I personally don't mind. And you can kind of move the bowl like that, but, you don't have any arrow to shoot with, so I don't know. Alright, so here I have him assembled with the bow, and I think it looks amazing. Yeah, I like the look on this. Let's just take a closer look so you guys can get a pretty good idea what it looks like. Yeah. So next up, he came with a pair of display open hands, and it does have some paint bleeding here and there, but for the most part, it's very nicely sculpted and painted. I really like it. Of course, we can use the display open hands as if he's about to grab some arrow, so that looks pretty good. I like it. Alright, so next up, he came with a bow that already has an arrow on it, and let's check out what that Alright, so here we have him assemble with the bow. And lastly, he does come with a left hand for him to like pull on the bow. And yeah, let's check out what that looks like. Alright, so here we have Hawkeye pulling the bow, and this thing just, fits on there very nicely. And let's jump straight into the size comparison. Alright, so first off, we have the Awakening Goku and Gohan, and it looks pretty good. Alright, so next up, we have some S.H.Figuarts Naruto figures and Garo. Alright, so next up, we have S.H.Figuarts Kylo Ren, Black Panther, Captain Phasma, and Bruce Lee. Alright, so next up, we have Real Tab Vash from Trigon, Comrade the Double, Vulcan Lock Spider-Man, and Diamond Select Venom. And they look pretty good. So finally, we have some recent Figma figures, and let's jump straight into the final. Alright, so for the final thoughts, I think the figure is pretty decent, but I don't think it's worth $130, which is the market price at the time of this video. And if you're watching this in 2020 for some reason, do let me know in the comment section below how much this guy has inflated. But jokes aside, I have been thinking a lot lately, like, is Tamashii Web exclusive really worth it? Like, I'm looking at Mesco 112, which I don't have any, and I'm thinking maybe we should just save money and buy a Green Arrow. I'm pretty sure most of you have seen, reviews of Green Arrow. They just give you so much stuff. And compared to this, like, this is pathetic. But to be fair, if you live in Japan, like, regular Tamashii Web exclusive costs around like $60 or $70. But for people like me who lives in the States, we gotta pay $80, $90 with, like, through the middleman or something. Even if you do pre-order early, you have to pay for around like 75 or something. But I don't know. Like, that is just what I have been thinking lately. Maybe I should invest some of my money to Mesco 112. And do let me know in the comments what you guys think. But I am getting my first Mesco 112 next week. I'm getting the Punisher Deluxe, which I'm pretty excited about. But yeah, let me know if you have any questions. Be safe. And this is Eric. And don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.